Hello everyone. I wanted to come back and to show you another thing that I've decided to do with this Inktense box set. I showed you that I have made little flaps and made it so that that's a little more secure and I can get it out easily. But I went to use these the other day and there are a lot of colors in here, especially that I have no idea what color they are. Really and truly, it's easy to see that these are reds, but this is sort of, or yellows, and then into the reds. This is sort of a greeny color, like a lime green. And I don't know that it's going to paint out that way. And these are so dark that you can't tell if they're purple or blue or just exactly what color they are. These in here, this one appears to be navy blue, but are these browns or blacks? So what I have done, for one thing, the blocks have actual numbers on the side of them. And I put the numbers all down along the side so that I know if I use up one of these blocks, which I doubt that I ever will, but should that happen, I could get a new block. But I put the numbers all along here, and then I made a piece of, this is mixed media paper. It's not watercolor paper because I wanted it smooth, and this is what I had that was the right size. I cut it so it will fit in my lid when I go to store it, and I made it so that I have exactly the number of squares that I have blocks in one row. So now what I am going to do is I'm actually going to okay, that's a really good thing to say, Tanya, when you can't remember what you were going to say. Swatch. I'm going to swatch out all the colors. And I thought I would show you, well, let's see, I can't get both of those in there. There, this will work. I want you to see how the colors kind of look different on the paper compared to the block. Let me see if I can get us in just closer so that you can see that just a little bit better. I think if I keep it like that, you should be able to see what I'm doing. Let's see here. When I move this one down, yeah, okay. All right. Now, of course, I have a ton of water. And instead of my water brush, I'm going to use this brush because I want a little bit more water on each one. Just so I get a truer indication of what the color is. And I'm just gonna do this quietly, and I'll be back after a while to talk to you about it. Okay, guys. So that took me about 30-35 minutes, something like that. Of course, I'm going to speed this video up so you don't have to sit through 30 minutes of me swatching this. But here's the thing. I wanted you to see it happen because I wanted you to see how sometimes the colors are so different than what I expected. It was very much so in this one. Okay. All right, 730, which is this, you can't see that. It's this really, really dark purple. And it ended up being purple, but it's also more of a blue. It's kind of, if it were up to me, it's not in the right place, because then this 740 comes in there and it's kind of odd. Also, take a look at these two colors right here. That's these two colors right here. So different in the box, but so close on the paper. I was really surprised by some of the colors. That's one of the reasons why you want to swatch, especially water-soluble media. When it's in a little block, you can't tell exactly what color it's going to be. The other thing is so that you can get your subtle differences. It's amazing the range of blacks they've got. But to me, this is more of a navy blue, and I would put it up here with the other navy blue instead of in the blacks. This one is way more green, and I would have put it with some of these greens that go together. So this is a good thing to do. The other thing I learned is that some of the blocks are softer than others as far as the Inktense blocks go. They create a lot more color with about the same amount of water. Now, I was trying very hard to keep the same amount of water on my brush each time by squashing it off on the side of my bowl. I did change water midway through so that you could see. And of course, white doesn't really show up, but what white does is it makes anything lighter if you mix it together. So having a white in there does help. Although with water-soluble medias, sometimes you can add water and it will thin the color, but it doesn't lighten it as far as the shade goes. So that's something you need to be concerned. If you're going to darken something that's blue, you want to use a black that's towards the blues, or so that is good that they put this in here. But there's like 3 colors here in a row that just, to me, look all the same. Now, they may, when they are completely dry, be different, but it doesn't look like it. Anyways, this will make it easier for me to use. These 2 colors up here are so different in the block, and they're very, very close on the paper. So, oh, the other thing was, I meant to tell you is, you know, I thinking about these things as I'm going through, some of the colors are a little more gritty. They have a little more speckle when they go down on the paper, and some of them are a lot more smooth. Like this one's really smooth, but this one's a little more speckled. It could have been the amount of water I had, but I don't think so. I was really trying to be careful with that. So anyways, guys, I hope that this makes sense as to why I wanted to show it to you. Oh, real important thing, never put your water-soluble medias away wet. I will leave that case open overnight and make sure that my blocks are dry completely. You don't want to put watercolors or any water-soluble medias away if they're in block form, is what I'm trying to say, or if they're in pencil form. Anything that's supposed to be dry needs to be dry. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, guys. Anyways, I'm going to read you a quote from my 1001 Ways to Creativity. And then I have some work to do, so I guess I best get back to it. The difference between the man who just cuts lawns and a real gardener is in the touching. The lawn cutter might just as well not have been there at all. The gardener will be there a lifetime. Ray Bradbury. Okay, guys, go have fun. Make some art. Bye-bye.